things are made from one, and in the end, all things return to one.
In other words, one is all.
Indeed, and all is one as well.
All is ultimately of the one. So if all is not included in the one, then all is nothing.
You have passed.
Now as the vibrate, y'all know what it is. It would be best to be an alchemic manifester more than it is to be a magic manifester. Magic more so deals with just the illusion or manipulating light and how things look. Now, we all have used magic in some way, form, or fashion, or done things, you know, where we change like the looks of things. But ultimately, the deep down inside, it's the same thing in essence. And what that may mean is, like, say, for instance, like the example of people who manifest this beautiful life, and on the outside, you know, it looks great. You know, they done manipulated the lights, you know, or the atoms or the photons of this realm. And, you know, their lifestyle looks great. You know what I'm saying? Like the illusion that they created. And I say illusion as in, you know, like not real, but more so like, let's just say again, the manipulation of light, to just make it simple. You know, the way they manipulated the light to, you know, make their life seem beautiful or desirable. And that's more so from the perspective of the view of seeing a life that's worth living is one that's like having a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Having a lot of material possessions, things of this nature. I'm gonna have to full circle this so it could have the full picture, you know, because it's not to say that, you know, having abundance and resources is a negative thing. You know, we want to be abundant. We are abundant, and, you know, and it's still spiritual to be able to take care of yourself and, you know, be able to independently, you know, sustain yourself and do what you want in essence. But again, for the sake of this conversation or the sake of this build and bringing the perspective of what I'm speaking on, the magic is more of illusion. So again, that person could like, man, they got this house here and they got this kind of car, this and that. So the magic, you know, the light show looks good, you know, to the eyes. But then when you meet that person in real life, you know, face to face, you feel like an energy of like them not truly being happy, and that the smile that they actually give off underneath it is a frown. So meaning that it looks like gold, but it's really still lead. And that would be the best perspective to what I'm getting at. You know, it looks like gold. Their lifestyle looks like gold, you know. And matter of fact, how the little saying go, everything that glitters is not gold. But, you know, their life look like gold. But then when you actually meet them and you're around them energetically, you know, it feels like lead, you know. That's the magic manifestation. The alchemist or the alchemical or alchemic manifestation is actually turning that lead to gold, but it's no light show to how that should look. It's turning the lead to gold, and as you get to the gold, it may not look like gold to everybody who associate gold with, looking a certain way in essence. So you may have changed and transmuted lead-like energies within yourself into gold, and you're living the life that you love, And let's say, and even again, to keep it in perspective, you even got, the flowing funds or resources, whatever, what I'm saying? Whether you're bartering or using money, what I'm saying? Things are flowing well for you, what I'm saying? And on top of that, again, or internally beneath all of that, the energy is transmuted as well. Now again, to people who associate having 5 yachts and 3 mansions, to people who associate that with being rich or wealthy or, doing good in life, it may not look like that to them with their 2 eyes when they look at your life, because they can't see you. With 2 eyes, you can't see the energy of a person loving the life that they live. With your 2 eyes, you can't see, now maybe with your first eye, you could see somebody's aura and see energy with your first eye. But with the 2 eyes, what I'm saying, and the external magic, because even just like with magician work, what I'm saying, like I just brought up, how the person who created this certain type of lifestyle externally, but then when you go around them, you could feel something different. Now, you don't have to go around them to sense that. You could, if you're looking with your first eye, you could sense it from, far away, because some people with their first eye could see auras, and the aura tell a story as well. So you see the intricacies of it, but again, the alchemical manifestation, the energetic lead has been turned into gold. Although it may not look like gold to everybody externally, energetically, that energy is shifted. Energetically, you done some true, shadow work, spirit work, or whatever type of spiritual practice, or, you done whatever type of spiritual things to shift the actual energy and turn the lead into gold energetically, chemically, instead of just putting on a light show to make it seem like, you turn the lead into gold. Like one, in the alchemy instant, the lead was actually changed into gold. But in the magical aspect, the lead was painted with a gold color, but it's still lead. You know what I'm saying? Now, with expressing this as well, it's not to say that alchemy is the only way and magic is all bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a deeper understanding that it's better for sure to, change things on the alchemical level when we're talking about our spiritual growth, our, soul transformation, and when it comes to, we talk about changing karmic cycles or shifting our energy, the word transmutation, which is in essence a word connected to alchemy, comes up a lot because, that's what it's about in essence is, transmuting are changing and shifting that energy. The energy is still going to exist, but you could change it, you know, and shift the energy instead of keeping the energy the same, but just changing the way it looks to everybody externally, you know. And that's the difference, you know, because again, we may still in moments, and it's where, like, all right, say for instance, that's like the beginner's explanation of it. The next level up is, in essence, a little mixture of both, where sometimes it helps to do a little illusion magic. Like, you could use magic to help an alchemical process, but it can't be just, you know, the external magic. Like, you're going to have to bring it into the space of alchemy as well. But you could use both. You know, it ain't like, oh, it have to just be all alchemy, you know. Simple example of, you know, dressing yourself up well, even though you might be feeling a little shitty inside, you know. So you might be feeling a little bad, you know, feeling under the weather, so to speak, but you still put on your favorite shirt, or the shirt that makes you feel good, you know, or the shirt that looks good. But again, it's an external thing, you know. It's how you're presenting yourself, but ultimately it helps the alchemical process within, you know. It helps for you to feel a little better. It may not change the lead all the way to gold, but it helps for the lead to not feel so heavy, you know. And again, with that little one step, it could take you into a space where you really, you know what I'm saying, start to change more. You know, you're able to alchemize the energy more and more just by using that little bit of magic, you know what I'm saying, that more so appeal to, you know, the external expression of things. So, you know, that's one small, simple example of, you know, how the magic has it, you know, it can help along with the alchemical process. The goal, the main goal though, is to again transmute and change the energy on the alchemical or alchemy level, you know. And not just on a illusion magic light show level. In order to, you know, move through this space, move through this realm, you gotta love yourself. You gotta have fun with it. You know, have fun to the best of your abilities, exposing your triggers, understanding your attachments, you know. It's not to say it's gonna be, again, all butterflies and roses, but you definitely can, you know, find ways to, you know, love yourself or laugh at yourself when you're dealing with, you know, certain tough moments of your spiritual growth or development, so to speak. So yeah, definitely, you know, love yourself unconditionally through your processes, because that's a part of the alchemical process. You know, you start to shift that energy, you know, the more you love yourself, because that's a part of shifting say for instance, the energy of like when you're down on yourself because you view perfection is always being happy or always perfectly having things going well, you know, and never making mistakes. Like that, you're gonna make mistakes, you know, and things aren't gonna always go as planned, so to speak. So, in order to develop, again, an energy internally where you're not always feeling sad or depressed because you feel like you're not living, you know, because you're not being perfect, you gotta, you know, shift your perspective internally. And a lot of that comes with the simple aspect of just giving yourself the grace of unconditional love and doing your best to, you know, laugh at yourself when you trip up. It's like the person who trips and falls and kind of laughs at themselves a little bit instead of like feeling so bad because, oh, who was looking? Oh, you know, somebody saw me trip and fall, you know. It's like, man, just have fun with it. Love yourself through the process, you know. Stay resilient and persistent as possible. There are seasons and it's not wintertime forever. And there's also, again, a beauty in, you know, certain like seasons, like your winter season or the season when it's more cold outside and darker. There's still lessons and things that you could, you know, gain from going through that season and those experiences. But the alchemical or alchemic manifestation, not just magic manifestation. You know, do a little, you know, a little magic, definitely. You know, a little razzle dazzle, magic wand here or there, you know what I'm saying? It helps. As long as it's accompanied by, you know, the true deeper work of alchemy. So alchemy, manifestation, magic manifestation. So again, it would be best to tap into the alchemical or the alchemic manifestation. Now is the vibrate. Peace.
You were aiding others. The original Watchers too were selfish. They wanted the knowledge for its own sake, not as a tool to be used. And that attitude triggered the virus.
Uh-oh, the beacon's getting ready to guide us someplace. But where?
Seems to me there's only one way to find out. Shall we go?